Aqua Soul family, what it do? It's your girl Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarius gang. Hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, give me clear, concise messages for my Aqua gang. Give us exactly what we need to know. Got a bit of a pre-shuffle here, guys. Okay, lots to unpack. Okay, baby. The energy up and through here has been extremely heavy all day, every read. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm trying to keep it light and fluffy. You know, I'm still trying to get into people's asses and all of that kind of stuff. It's been very, very difficult. Extremely heavy energy infiltrated our space. And it is still here. Okay, the pre-shuffle definitely almost came out as a U-verse them. But not quite. And it's riddled in addiction. That's actually the very first card that has come out. Do not beat me up when they say this. They're saying it's mirrored. Okay. Not necessarily an addiction to a substance, though it could be. For you or your person, right? Like no judgment at all whatsoever. Please just take this entire message as it resonates, right? Can't be for every single Aquarius, every single part, right? So take what resonates, leave the rest. Cross watchers, place yourself where you belong in the story. You know how this goes, right? Before we move on though, please click that like button. Okay, what am I doing? Click the like button, click the subscribe button. Okay, it's free. Click the notification bell because I do upload for us quite often, right? Happy birthday to all my Aquas who have celebrated in the last couple of days. If you got one, get ready to come up. Mine is on Saturday. What's up? Okay. I'm saying, just represent, you know. We about to cut the fuck up. Okay. I digress. So, it's your season, of course. But it most certainly feels as though there is a particular energy here of a person who may want to come to the surface. It feels like either an ex or a connection that may be on its way to a demise, on its way to a separation. Unfortunately, you could already be in separation with this person. This person is not doing well at all, okay? I'm just going to say that. There's no joke behind it. There's no little kiki. I know I love to have a good kiki. There's nothing there. After the addiction card, most certainly came the feather card, which I feel like is your energy. It feels very free. It feels like you have a sense of freedom, a very light, airy type of energy, or that's the energy that you were trying to infiltrate in your space now, especially either with your birthday just having passed or it's coming up, right? It's your season at this time, trying to keep things light, trying to keep things non-toxic, trying to keep things just kind of good vibes only type of energy. But there may be people trying you know what I'm saying? Like trying you. You could be in the position to have to rise above certain conflicts, certain negative energies that are in your space at this time, right? That feels very general, so just take that how it resonates. But there is one in particular. There is a connection in particular here that we're speaking about. This person is experiencing or they are enduring something extremely heavy at this time, especially with this cold moon. I feel like this person has been trying to control themselves. They've been trying to have some form of self-control at this juncture. They have not been successful with that. For some of you, they have already contacted you, have already texted you, have already reached out to no avail. This is not someone that you are engaging with. This is not someone who you are in communication with. For most of you, this is not someone who you would wish to communicate with. I feel like this is someone who you thought you knew, and now you're like, I don't even know who you are anymore, right? There's a getting to know each other card that came out, which definitely gave me pause because initially, especially in your meditation, I felt like this is somebody that you would have already known, somebody that you would have already been with for quite some time. For some of you, history's there, but the person who they became is not what it's not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for. That's what I kept hearing. So there is a form of codependency that was formed in this connection, okay? I feel as though, like I stated, don't beat me up, that addictive energy is mirrored. This is someone who you could not resist, as well as them being unable to resist you. So, as much as you have tried to remove yourself from this energy, there is some form of cord here, okay? The very first card that popped out, if you can see, there's a cord towards this heart, okay? This is a connection riddled in addiction, as I stated above. Even though you've tried to rise above this, you've leaned on spirit, and you will continue to do that. I just believe that this is someone who is now coming to some form of realization or shift in the energies between the two of you. This could have been a connection that not only had multiple cycles, but as I stated, because the addiction between the two of you felt very mirrored, this is someone who felt like they had someone to fight with. What? To battle with. You know, this is, you would show up for this person, even if it was to argue, even if it was to have some form of engagement, even if they had someone there to bounce things off of, right? Like you were just as much in this physically and energetically as this person was for a long time, right? I'm pausing because I want to be very careful with my verbiage. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I want to make it very clear that I definitely feel the heaviness and the seriousness in this reading, right? It's making me uncomfortable. Okay. This is a person who is now leaning on the divine, right? Whether you believe that or not, this may be someone who is they have been brought to this point kind of forcefully. They don't really know what else to do. They grew an attachment for you that made them very comfortable with the way that they were moving and the way that they were handling you. They were very comfortable in that. This feels like an energy that brought a lot of strife and sadness, not only to your world, but to their own as well. This is someone who not only moves through life from their shadow side, they do so subconsciously. So they almost get surprised when bad shit starts to happen, right? Okay. That's how karma works, right? You reap what you sow. So they sow bad shit, but then they get surprised when the bad shit starts to happen. What? So they viewed you as a form of protection, a form of solitude, almost like a home, a safe haven, even though within that home was lots of destructive behavior. Okay? This is just a metaphor. I don't even know if the two of you lived together or not. I'm speaking from the standpoint of the connection. They viewed this connection as a safe place. Okay? For some of you, some of them bounced outside of the connection and did whatever the fuck they wanted to and brought energy back into your connection. For others of you, there was just a lot of quarrelsome energy within this connection, but it got very comfortable. It's almost as if the toxicity was a norm. Yeah. It was a normalcy for things to just kind of be awry, you know? Lots of chaos, conflict, arguments, back and forths, fights for some of you, right? Battles is what I keep hearing. Like a battle, like a war almost. Just very sad. You're at war with your lover, with the love of your life. So you thought, right? You fought for this. You truly fought for this connection. You couldn't understand why you stayed in the fight. It was the cord, you guys, okay? For some of you, it could be a soul tie, but there was most certainly a cord that kept the two of you addicted to one another. And even when the connection became the most toxic shit you ever been in your life, you couldn't even explain to yourself why you were still in this shit. You were still in it. You were just still addicted to it. You still showed up, you know? So this person kind of got used to you showing up for war now. Okay? Because I feel like at a certain point it turned from enjoying one another's company to literally always being in arguments. It got to a point where there wasn't a day where you weren't at war with this person, in battle with them, trying to get them to see what they were doing here. And they would just fight you on it. And then be surprised when you chuck up the deuces, or when you disappear, or when you decide to throw in the towel. They always kind of expect you to show up. So at some point, you stopped showing up altogether, or right in their face, you stopped showing up. You know what I'm saying? You stopped engaging, you stopped responding, you stopped arguing, you stopped defending, you just stopped. So they were there alone. And for some of them, they are most certainly there alone in this moment, okay? There was a bit of a shift in how you allowed this person to be in your energy and how you allowed yourself to be in this energy. For those of you who are in this feather energy, you have risen above this. You have decided that it was no longer worth the fight. That it was just better for your own psyche, for your own mental capacity to just take this L. And you almost instantaneously felt this light and airy feel. You know what I'm saying? Slept like a baby. It feels like amazing to not be worrying about what this so-called person you're supposed to be in love with. These are your thoughts, not mine. Don't beat me up. Do not beat me up. I'm treading lightly here. Slept like a baby, not having to worry about whether or not they're fucking around with somebody else. They're cheating. They're getting ready to do some old bogus shit just to see if you'll stay, just to see if you'll fight for them, just to see if you'll change. This is someone who was always wanting to battle. You didn't realize when you were in this that it was being done purposefully. And all of the battles almost seem like a strategy. What do you mean by that, Empress? That's what they said, guys. Strategically. If you have a history of fighting for a relationship, okay, even though in most of those quarrels, the two of you were fighting each other, you weren't fighting for the relationship. So there's a difference, but I digress, right? This person set it up as one and the same. You need to fight for our love. You know, relationships are about fighting for it. You know, no relationships are perfect. You have to fight for it. That's the energy that I'm feeling. And this person has gone around fighting everyone their entire life. They almost have this standpoint, right? This is showing up as their shadow, a quarrelsome shadow. This person fights for everything. They feel like they have to fight for the life that they want. And instinctively, they fight everyone. They fight their family. They fight their friends. They fight in the office. They may be a lawyer. They may be in a position to where they have to, you know, go up against and be in competition and fight for their positions at work, fight for certain, you know, investments. This is just a person who fights all day, every day, all day, every day. And it was very much the same in this connection. Oh my God. So the strategy is they set it up to look like the two of you are fighting for the relationship. Okay. When you're investing time, even in something toxic, you're still investing your time, right? And who's just trying to throw something away that they put all this time into? It creates like a trauma bond. Okay. So you almost subconsciously get addicted to the toxic shit that's going on. So if you tried to walk away from this before, the silence alone of not having this person's toxic behavior, their chaotic energy, them picking at you, or, you know, doing things to trigger you and sending text messages to see if you'll, you know, come in the ring with them and fight. You miss it. You miss the toxicity. It's too quiet. You know, took a lot for you to move past that and to heal from that. I just feel it, right? So kudos to you. Like, I'm sending so much love and light your way. Ooh, cha. Let me woo-saw, because, you know, I just got a little choked up there. Took a lot for you to gain control over something that you couldn't even really put your finger on, why you would be addicted to this, why you would want this. I'm like literally shaking, you guys. Okay. Whew. I'm almost tempted to pause this shit. Let me take a moment. Okay. So the darkness that you had to tread through is now what this person is experiencing as well. They are now having to also work their way through this trauma bonded relationship, this addictive sort of connection that the two of you have had. You're no longer fighting for this. I believe that you are the feather in this situation. You've risen above this, but we do have somebody who is actively trying to gain a place wherever you might place them, whether that's friendship, whether that's another go round, another cycle. This person is scared shitless. And let me tell you why. Because you're not showing up for the fight anymore. You're just not. Your energy is not there. And that's probably what scared them the most. Even though the cord is still attached to this person, because you've done such a phenomenal job healing from this. For most of you, if you're not at that juncture yet, that's the very next cycle for you. You're like right on the brink. They would still be attached to this cord, but then the energetically, this cord would no longer be attached to you because you're not showing up for it anymore. You see what I'm saying? So now it's just attached to all of their bullshit. And that scares them, right? Because for most of you, this is someone who has operated in this way for their entire life. So they never really looked at their demons or their shadows like head on. They don't even know what they are, right? They feel like they're perfectly fine, you know? They've almost been taught, right? That is their way of life, to fight for everything. So when the person that you believe you're supposed to be with is no longer fighting for you, then we do have a matter of mayday, mayday. That's what I just heard. Oh my gosh. Now, you know, they're being left to try and figure out, well, what's happening here? You know, well, what do I do now? Like, well, okay, I innately fight for the things that I want in life, and I want you, but you're not here to fight. So how do I do that? You know, how do I maneuver? It's creating this realization. Okay, we have this black moon here. So this is someone who's being forced to not only shift their perspective, but shift their habits, shift their way of doing things. And that is, people think that breaking habits, you know, we all know that, you know, all habits die hard, but that saying is definitely a drop in a bucket, fuck it, when it comes to this situation. It is appearing as a very, very heavy, dark energy, almost depression, unfortunately, okay? The obsessive thoughts and the feelings that they're being met with are not only foreign, but scary. They are scared. So depending on how long the two of you battled one another, for you not to be showing up and for that cord to no longer be attached to you is petrifying. And it's only heightening, you know, the obsessive thoughts, the rumination, the kind of toxic behavior that they are infiltrating to everyone else around them. Okay? Projecting that pain, anger, and sort of battle within, which is wreaking havoc in their life because they really want to kind of turn that in your direction, but you're not there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's true protection here, but we do have someone who is yearning for your energy. Oh my God, for your energy? Were you willingly giving them your energy? Yeah, you were showing up. So you showing up to the fight was you willingly giving this person your energy, you know, just like, come suck up all of my energy. Yeah, sure, I'm here. That type of thing. Don't lie. That's what they're saying. We do have someone who is, like I said, now leaning on spirit for answers. And I feel as though they're asking the wrong questions. You see what I'm saying? Because this person wants to fight, right? They are toxic. That is a toxic trait of this person's. They are ready to fight you at this point because you are not showing up for the fight. And that just makes them want to fight you more. It's bringing out more anger, more resentment, more bitterness, right? It's just very, very vicious type of energy. They're like kind of blaming you for this circus going on internally. This it's almost like Dark Night of the Soul energy, guys. They're this ego bruising. It feels like their ego is like literally being placed in the pits of hell, in fire, engulfed in flames, guys. So they're not okay. Clearly they're not okay. What does that have to do with you? Well, protect yourself, right? You are protected divinely, of course. I just believe that this is somebody who is asking for spirit's help, right? They're almost praying to be able to run into you or be able to engage with you or bring you back or, you know, give them some sort of sign as to how to manifest you back into this ring with them. So they're asking the wrong questions. They really should be asking, like, why am I this way? Why do I behave like this? Why do I think like this? Why do I want to continue in this way, right? How can I change this? How can I maneuver this? Those are not their questions. So spirit, the divine is like, since you're not asking the right questions, I'm going to make you ask the right questions. And it's literally taking control of their entire, it's like a tsunami internally in their lives, wreaking havoc in every aspect of their life, guys. Oh my God. You can't hope and pray, okay? Pray? You're going to have a prayer in reference to how to get somebody back, you know? I don't feel like it's the get back, but it's how to get you back here. How to get you back attached to this cord, you know? You're a feather floating. They're kind of trying to catch you. And every time they do, they fail. When in the past, it was very easy because the two of you were connected energetically. You almost simultaneously knew when it was time to come back together. You were never too far away from each other. But now, they feel no signs of you being anywhere even in this galaxy. So they're losing their shit nonetheless. We'll say that. This is someone who's going to continue down this path of darkness, unfortunately, right? There are a lot of patterns that spirit will have to break within this person for this realization and shift to fully take its place or take its course. This shift is changing this person's psyche, who they are internally, completely. Okay, so that getting to know each other card is definitely screaming at me now that if it's been quite some time since you've engaged with this person, this is a cycle that they were in for quite a long time. Kicking and screaming, they had to be brought to this. It's no surprise that people get addicted to you, But I feel like most importantly, this energy showing up now is to either show you the strides that you have made and to warn you not to fall back into a cycle that was not beneficial. Because here's the thing. Nobody is saying that you will. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat me up in the comments. I'm fucking done, Empress. You're the one talking about this dumbass shit, bitch. I've been over this. Okay. I get it. I get it. But when it comes to addiction, right? And it says that you were both addicted. Do not lie to me. Okay? Once you've moved past it after a certain point in time, you've been in recovery, been in remission, been, you know, sober. The dark times kind of disappear. The pain sometimes disappears so suddenly, right? Especially if you've healed and you've built such a beautiful life around yourself, surrounding yourself with things that serve you for your highest purpose. Your life looks good. You can sometimes forget the pain that comes with that. The only thing that really shows up is the good shit. Don't lie. Now, if we're talking about people, what does that look like? Well, that looks like romanticizing a connection that was literally toxic. Okay? Where you're how about as soon as I said blinded, the whole camera went black? So double confirmation. You're blinded from all the bad shit. Blinded from all the pain. It's like totally suppressed. And all you can see is the good times, or how good it felt, how high you felt at that first hit. And you kind of want another pull. Like, don't lie, okay? All right. So these are all of the things that I feel that Spirit is trying to bring to the attention. And then let's just kind of tie in there that this person may seem like a different character, right? We have that getting to know each other card. So if quite a bit of time passes, you forget who they are until they show up again. I'm just saying, right? So we have a time for healing. I do believe that Spirit is trying to get you to this point of this feather-like energy, okay? If that was you, with all of the heavy energy that showed up initially during this read. It's most certainly this person that is showing up for sure. That goes without question. But they have been signifying a bit of a mirrored type of energy as well, right? So you know if you are here in this more heavy type of energy, you're trying to free up some of the negative aspects of what you still feel, some of the bitter taste that you still have in your mouth in regards to love. True love, it came out in the reverse, however. So there was a lot of good shit that happened here. Do you understand? Lots of good times. This could definitely be what you've gotten addicted to. This energy of addiction can most certainly be the effects of some unbelievable love bombing. I will just say that. That's all that sugary sweet shit people do in the beginning. It's the masks that people wear in reference to who they are, right? To get a shot. During that getting to know one another phase, this is what I'm hearing. This is where the cord was created. And when the fights began, when the battles began, when the toxicity began, it was almost a fight it was like you were fighting to get back to that time, to the good shit. You were fighting to kind of get that high again, but it never quite got back to that love bombing phase, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. There were lots of false hopes here, hoping that the toxic betrayals that happened here were isolated incidents. It's what you were hoping. Praying that the person that you met initially, the sweet person, the person that gave a lot of energy, lots of time, razzled, dazzled the fuck out of this shit, right? kept you yearning for more of their time, more of their energy. It created such a magnetic attachment almost just for that shit to switch. They switched that shit right up. Yeah. So it left a void, most certainly. We have this finances and career card that came out. That's how I'm reading that. They made this shit so sweet, so good to the taste. Put you beyond cloud 9, okay? I heard it made everything in life, all the bad shit in life, feel like it's okay. Damn. While that makes me angry, it makes me sad at the same time, guys, right? So when you find an energy like that, an energy of someone who feels like a soulmate, who feels like your person, you know, that's the thought of my person, the person I'm supposed to end up with. If you're with someone who can make all the bad shit that life has to offer, all of the shit that you have to tolerate, that's not necessarily the best. If you have someone in your life that can make even those things feel like it's okay, I can conquer that, I can get through that, I can face the adversities of life if I just have you. That can most certainly create an addiction. This person was most certainly addicted as well, okay? They get addicted in the connections that they create like this also. And for me to have said that, there have been multiple instances of this, but it is at this juncture that the universe is knocking that ass down, making them sit the fuck down. They are most certainly scared with what they're feeling now, because this, like I said, they are used to operating in this way. But they're also used to having a choice in whether or not they want to tolerate or deal with the emotions from the fallout or not. They get a choice. Oh, but not this time. It is not their choice, because they are the ones who called on spirit. They called on the divine. That feather card says spirit. They are the ones who called on the divine. Wishes and hopes and praying. Okay? In reference to you for certain, because the addiction to you that they created is not necessarily like their run-of-the-mill connections that they would have had prior to you. Okay, this one went way deeper. They were extremely comfortable, and now they're scared. They're scared now. They scared out their mind. They're having nightmares. Their mind, their thoughts are encaptured and raptured. Right? They're having like post-traumatic stress, you know, twitches and shit out of nowhere, right? Daydreaming in the middle of the day. People are trying to get their attention and all they're thinking about is this, or spirit is guiding their attention to this. They're really going through a really tumultuous time energetically and emotionally, and it is scaring them shitless. Scared. Didn't I say that? This is someone who is used to having a choice. They're used to fighting. They're used to competing for what they want, having a place or a say in reference to where things are going. You know what I'm saying? And now the energy that they are met with is not only foreign, but it is extremely terrifying. Okay? They are the ones who brought spirit into this, but they most certainly didn't expect to be yielding their power and control over to spirit. You know, the power of their mind, their thought processes and shit like that. Yeah. This came out for a Pisces read as well. I heard you could call all you want. It ain't gonna be no answer. It's not even the same number, motherfucker. It's not even the same number. Wow, these are the exact same cards. I shuffled these and everything. So it's not a lie. They cannot shake this. It's scaring the shit out of them. The addiction has only heightened by you releasing yourself from that cord. This definitely feels like either a cord cutting ritual or some form of cord that has been released through healing, right? We do have this balsamic moon, Whether you've done that through meditation, therapy, for some of you rituals, right? New moon rituals, etc., etc. It feels extremely powerful. And I feel like this dark night of the soul for this person almost took off and was ignited at the time that that cord was cut. From the moment they felt your energy released from that addiction cord, and they were then still attached, not only to you, but to all of their demons, they began to wreak havoc for everyone in their life, and they have been unable to shake you, okay? Now you're their soulmate, okay? Now you belong together. Now it's our time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready for you before, but I am now. Like, I'm ready now. Okay, Spirit is teaching them this is the most obscene lesson that I've seen so far in a read. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. This most certainly feels like a karmic cycle for this person for that ass. This feels like a karmic cycle that's going to go on for quite some time, you guys. It says long. The cold moon says long wait. This person is going to have to wait an extremely long time before Spirit starts to take them in any other direction than where they are now. It's only going to get deeper and darker. Oh my gosh. Someone is getting karma for the pain they caused. Hello, somebody. You can't make it up. It says it right there. It says it right there. It says receiving a dose of their own medicine. It says vice versa. It says good karma can be repaid. So this whole message in its entirety has most certainly felt like it's mirrored. Karma can be good or bad. Okay, so do feel like you have some karma coming in your direction as well. You may have felt like this relationship was not only karmic, but you may feel like in some sort of way it was a form of karma for a connection that you had in the past where you may have not done somebody necessarily right. Don't lie. That's what they said. This could be something that came to your attention recently, or it will. And you may feel like this was your karma for that. But I just have to go what I feel intuitively, that you do have some form of a good karmic cycle coming in your direction. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune energy for sure. This person is still coming in to fight for you. However, they are trying to fight their way out of the pits of hell. Trying to fight their way out of hell. Yeah. Grown. I'm grown. I'm not getting in the ring fighting with you no more. I'm not getting in the mud fighting with you anymore for nothing, to get to no resolution, just going back and forth just so that you can feel good about what you think you've accomplished in this connection, or what control you still think you have over my mind capacity. That's you. It says not with the childish games, has my priorities straight, not willing to downgrade standards. Hello? So you've most certainly grown beyond this. This is why they don't feel you energetically in this anymore. Not only are you not showing up, but they felt that cord. They felt it. They felt it, and then they fucking lost it. Do you understand? I mean, scared shitless, shaking in their boots. I cannot. All right, let's go over to the extended, okay? I definitely want to dig into this. I want to be a little bit nosy here. I just have to, okay? For the sake of myself, okay? I'm nosy, but I just want to know. We will see what karma will be approaching in the near future. It's mirrored, so I want to see what this good karma coming in for you is. You are on your grown man, grown woman-ish. You ain't got time for the bullshits, okay? Baby, you don't. So we will see what karma is facing them and what karma is coming in your direction as well. I do want to see what this person's purest feelings for you are, because I do feel like they are being forced to change. It's happened forcefully, kicking and screaming. I do have to be honest though, right? The energy was most certainly just heavy. It's heaviest. I felt weighted down, like underneath her, like just under the pits of hell, for real. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody who is still most certainly going through this cycle or this journey through the dark night. I just have to say that. So I definitely want to see what those purest feelings are at this juncture, just in case they've made it to the end of this. I'm not saying that there's potential, but we will look, okay? Just for the hell of it, okay? I also want to see what this person's next steps are going to be, just so that you can be on your P's and Q's and prepare. I also want to see what the potential outcome is if you decide to engage with this or not. There's no judgment, of course. Then we will get Spirit's messages directly for what they have for you. Their messages specifically for you. What might be keeping you stuck in this cycle, okay? What subconscious blockages may be enabling the same kinds of people or energies to infiltrate or access your space, all right? That's going to be very important, especially for those of you who are trying to access this feather energy, right? Rising above the bullshit, okay? I feel like you've already accomplished that, but how do we stay there? How do we make sure nobody is able to come up there with me, okay? I also want to see what can be done on your self-love journey to remove any and all toxicity and bring light to people or things that may still need to be removed, right? You may not be able to see these certain people or things. The Spirit is going to bring light to those situations that need to be removed. This is going to enable you to vibrate at your highest frequency possible and only call in those things that are there to serve you for your highest good, okay? And then we will get, of course, Spirit's focus advice. This is going to be your focus advice in order for you to yield your true, authentic happiness and fulfillment in the least amount of time, whatever that might look like for you, because everybody's recipe is different, but you know exactly what that is. It's as soon as I said it, you knew what I was talking about. So we'll see what Spirit's advice is for you to yield that in the least amount of time, okay? So let's go on over to the extended. Click that like button first. Click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys over there. I'm gonna cut up a little bit, okay? It's gonna be linked down below. I'll see you over there.